Okay, we're going to get started. Welcome, everyone. All right, call to order. Item number 2, approve minutes of the October 4th, 2021 regular meeting. Those have been presented to you. I want to review if there's any discussion. If not, then we can entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Mr. Cantrell, second by Mr. Gray. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, item number 3, petitions from the audience. This huge audience we have? No? Okay. Item number 4, discuss possible recommended council action regarding approval of 2022 rec board meeting schedule. That is on the back side of your minutes. There's no discussion or objection. I'll call for a motion.
I make a motion to approve the schedule.
Motion made by Kathy Gray.
Second.
Second by Jeremy Cantrell. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 5, Director's Report.
Page 1 of 4. Just kidding. Okay, just a few repair and maintenance things. So I emailed you guys about not doing the brick since it ended up looking very nice the way it is. And so actually Oklahoma Mowing Company finished up today. I don't know if you noticed when you were leaving.
Yeah.
But they came in and did some grading work out there on the front and brought in some dirt and then did some mulch and took care of some weeds that we were having and just, you know, took care of everything. And it was probably a third of the price, I think, on what we were going to spend on brick. So
Cool.
we spent a little extra money when the concrete guys hit that line, and so we had to repair that. But then even with this cost, we're still under our project. So looks really, really nice. So I saw Mikey Price was getting some pictures, but I'll try to get some in the morning and post them and get them on Facebook. It looks really good. If you saw the car out front, I've had several people talk to us about there's a Cadillac that sat out there for 3 or 4 weeks, but it's gone. It was towed, so I'm not really sure what happened. But it's now gone, so just let everybody know. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And then also,
We just thought it was Terry's.
well, they made me go out and look at it because they were like, "What if there's a dead body?" So I'm like tiptoeing to see, but there was a Metallica CD. That was it. I don't know where it came from, but anyway, it's gone. And MUB helped us. We did get, I think we replaced 14 or 15 lights in our parking lot. So got all that done and taken care of, so it's much brighter out there in the morning. That's really all I have. Repair and maintenance, things are going pretty well. We've had a couple leaks this week with the rain. Not a lot, but we did have part of the Boys and Girls Club, the tiles fell in. It had had enough. Again, this is all on that flat part, and so we're hoping with the bid process that we can find a solution for that. I have had 3 or 4 roofing companies come out and want to get up there and measure and take a look at it, and they're working on their bids. So I think that closes out, should be this week, end of this week, first of next week, something like that. So, but anyway, that's really all I had, repair and maintenance. Do you want to do your financial?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, if you'll look real quick at the little GL distribution summary, Marty, I think I put yours.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just what we get off of RecTrack. And so you can kind of tell memberships are up. I say they're just up 1,000, but when your memberships are only, you know, $21 and $30, I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, because we have signed up quite a few people lately. The facility rental, that's just our dance team. They've had a few more girls in there. Pool parties, you can see the colder it gets, darker it gets, we anticipate that number to kind of keep climbing. Merchandise, that's our drinks and things like that. Locker rental increased a little bit. I'll talk about that a little bit more at the bottom of the report. And so you can just see swim lessons. You can tell now that she's not doing the private lessons. Well, I think she had all the group lessons in last month. They had all paid. Those just wrapped up. So this week starts, or next week starts the next set of group lessons. So you should see that income come in for November. And then it'll fall off. And she's just going to keep with group throughout the winter. And then starting, I think in March, she's going to do end of February, 1st in March, she'll start doing individual again, and then in April, May, and kind of get people ready for summer. And then our swim team has gone up just a little bit too, so. And then I think Mayor has his numbers as well.
Numbers that you have on my report there are 3 months ending September 30. So you're saying, well, this is November the 1st, why are you giving us 3 months ending September 30? The books don't all close out. I could give you an October 31st report that looks maybe a little bit different than this does, but this is with books closed, and it's accurate as of September 30. So you can see on page 52, you can see what the fund equity is. You can see what the fund balance is, and that's healthy. On page 53, the indications there regarding sales tax and the interest, the memberships, all of those items. On the second column, the year-to-date actual, 245, 452, 16. A good, healthy number. The numbers that you'll see on the period actual don't match what she has given to you in October, because these were September numbers. You go to page 54. I look at page 54 and page 55. With 25% of the year that has elapsed, I look at those percentages down in the right-hand column, and if anything there looks to be out of line or over, then I have a tendency to want to take a look at it. But all of those numbers that are over that 25%, the overtime, the office supplies, the computer tech support, the outside services, the sales tax, the credit card related expenses, all of those are a little bit over, but that would indicate probably more usage of the rec center than perhaps we would have budgeted. Also on page 55, I did the same thing, and I go down through there and I look at numbers, the percentages, the aquatic supplies showing a 32.4%. That would indicate that perhaps we have more usage than what we had anticipated. Also on the fitness salaries at 32.4 compared to 25% of the year elapsed. That's pretty close. But when I see those numbers are expense numbers that normally are going to indicate that we would have more usage than we anticipated. Am I correct about that? Yeah. So
I'm assuming the overtime is probably for when Chelsea was,
Actually, it's when, it was that time, we were doing really good with overtime until, it was when Chelsea had left and then we lost Debbie.
and Debbie, yeah.
And we tried our best, but they just
Okay.
couldn't avoid it.
didn't have
Yeah,
the
to cover.
insurance.
It was
I mean, if you look at the amounts are not that.
Yeah.
They're not
Right
that
now,
significant.
They're only getting 1 to 2 hours if that, every week.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep it right at 80.
At the bottom of page 55, when you see the net revenue over expenditures, and year-to-date as of September 30, we were $7,236.87 net revenue over expenditures. For the month of September, we were $15,996.91 net revenue over expenses, and I thought that was healthy.
Yes.
Y'all have any questions for me?
Thanks for providing these for us. We've seen these financials more this year than we've ever seen, even though they're a little bit in arrears. I mean, I understand the municipality piece of it. They're always being arrears because you're still trying to close invoices and POs and things, so
You guys
Thank
are
you.
board members, so you need to see these numbers.
thank you for providing them.
Thank you.
And Jessica, thank you for providing this, Jill.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I have the 54-page report, if you ever need to see it in detail. This is just the summary,
Yeah,
but
Jeremy wants to see that next.
I'm good.
I'll get that for you. You bring the paper and the ink.
I have plenty to do.
Okay, Aquatics Report. Jackie reported she had 14 public parties in October, 3 private, which explains the increase in revenue for that. As total number so far, she's given 175 private lessons, 21 group. And like I said, we're getting ready to start a whole new, I think they might have started last Wednesday, or they start tomorrow, or this Wednesday, set of group lessons. And then we had a couple of people with the swim team that needed some lifeguard training, and we need another lifeguard. So she's actually, now that she's lifeguard certified to teach or whatever, she's gonna do another training this weekend. So, you know, our employee will be free, but then the ones that are with the swim team, they pay, I think it's $150. It's a little bit of revenue for us. And so that's a huge savings to have someone that can do that in-house.
What about the dodgeball tournament? I noticed that some teams were filling up in there. That
Yes,
should be
so we're waiting to get the actual forms in our hand, but we have a lot of people saying that the deadline's next Monday. So hopefully, I need to post on today and remind everybody to get those in. But yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're excited about that. Personnel report, Jess is here. I don't know if you wanna come up. I don't know if they're gonna drill you or quiz you, but I just wanted you all to meet her. Jess is our weekend, she has taken Debbie's spot. She has experience at Claremore and the Y and different places, and so she's wonderful. And so I'm putting her into more of a supervisor role on the weekends. She's keeping an eye on the floor staff and handling some stuff in the pool for us, and just kind of stepping into more of a leadership role on the weekend. The kids tend to come in and, it's the weekend, you know, and they are a little more lax, and we've needed to get control of that for a while, but it's hard for all of us to be there on the weekend, so she's already doing a great job. She's asked lots of good questions. We have worked out her schedule a little different than Debbie, so she can be part of the staff meeting on Monday mornings, which is great. It feels like it just kind of helps the team. Not everyone's there. Darian's covering the desk. Brittany can be in there, so it works out really well. And so anyway, I just wanted you all to be able to see who we have. And
welcome aboard, Jess.
Well, thank you, I appreciate it.
we now have a Jessica, a Jess, and a Jessie.
Yes.
That's a lot of fun.
Yes.
But no, she's doing a great job. So.
J1, J2, J3.
Yep.
Somehow so far we've made it work, but.
Jesse's the only one that calls me Jessica, which gets confusing. 'Cause
Yeah,
I always-
Jesse's, and then today he was talking, it was just the 3 of us in the office, and he was like, just, and then he was like, this is just weird. It's kind of blowing his mind, but anyway, she's great. I just wanted you guys to be able to meet her.
Very nice to meet
I
you.
don't know if have any
Welcome aboard.
questions, but-
Look forward to seeing you on the weekends.
Ideas
Good.
from her previous, that her and Kelsey have kind of teamed up to help with some new ideas for challenges and things like that, so.
Awesome.
Lots of good things coming.
Yeah, I worked with the YMCA for 8 years, so
Oh,
lots of
She's seen a lot of
you
stuff.
bring a lot of
lots of ideas that have done well and others failed, so.
Well, and it just helps to have new eyes on even the way we're doing things, and kind of asking some questions where we're all like, oh, yeah, we need to think about that, or we need to redo that, or we all need to get on the same page about that. And so it's been really good. So excited to have her.
good deal.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Okay, just a few other little things. For the month of October, we did have 146 new members, so that jumped up a little bit. And then, I don't know if you noticed or saw on Facebook, we're trying to do a locker inventory. It's a complete nightmare, but it's working. We've had lockers that aren't being paid for. People think they're paying for them. They're not. They think they're on their auto withdrawal. They're not. And so people are needing lockers. Anyway, it's kind of been a mess. But we're working through that. We're going to take the rest of this month to kind of figure out and make sure everybody is where they need to be on that. And then we'll start cutting locks.
So is the demand exceed the supply chain and demand, is it?
So right now, we have so many new members wanting a locker, and we have all these stickers on lockers, but we don't have the system. This is the one complaint I have about the new software, is if you have a locker and you come in, or say you have a membership and you come in, the system will notify us that your membership's expired. There's nothing about a locker. So we don't know. We don't know if you have a locker unless you tell us. Well, a lot of people aren't gonna tell because, it just saves them money. And so then it shows that locker's available, so then we might rent that locker out, but really you have your stuff in that locker, but you're not paying for that locker. So it's a mess. So what we've done is kind of tried to beat the system a little bit, and we have something that when we check you in, it's called a tickler. It's weird, but it's called a tickler box, and the tickler box pops up, and if we have anything that everybody needs to see, we can type it in there.
Okay.
So now if I type in your name, it's gonna pop up that your membership's active, and then I can see, oh, his locker expires the 15th, and I can remind you,
Got it.
your locker is expired or is going to expire. And so it's hopefully if we're watching the computers, and it's just a way for us to help track a little bit. And then there's people who have lockers who haven't been in there since before COVID, and we just need to get them cleaned out and get everything.
So once you get them all filled,
Then we should have
kind
space.
of monitor the demand
Yes.
for more, because there is space to put a few more in there.
There is. I actually looked into last year about this time, I looked into replacing all those lockers with kind of a system where you can either pay or you have a code or something, but thousands of dollars, thousands. So we're gonna try to make this work. And
So one more question. You said we had 146 new memberships. Is there a report that shows how many we've lost versus how many we're gaining?
I think so. I think there's a way that I could pull, let me check on that.
That'd be
an
interesting
end
to know,
report.
because we say, we gained 146, so in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna
Yeah,
be at
'cause we're-
capacity,
yeah.
but how many are we actually losing to?
And that's a good point, because like with the September report, our memberships actually went down, even though we still gained like 111, I think, our membership revenue went down. And that's because a lot of them were just summer memberships or summer pool memberships that we
Right.
lost. So let me play around with it, and there should be a way I can pull like an end date report on anybody
Shows how many we've lost,
yeah,
or how many's
that
moved
ended
on.
that month.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do that.
We'd have a better apples to apples comparison
Yes.
then.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we did have to purchase a new surveillance camera. We haven't purchased it yet. But when we put in the new awning, I noticed that the one camera that's up there, I think it's a three-way, the awning blocks the drop-off space, so we can't see. And with the Boys and Girls Club dropping off and the school dropping off and all that, it was a little concerning. So I talked to the mayor, and we've got a quote from Digi. And I can't remember, it was 1,000 something? I can't remember the number now off the top of my head.
I think it's around 1,400.
Something like that. And so they'll come in and install a new camera, kind of go off the old system, but it'll be under the awning. So we'll have a view under the awning out into the parking lot. So that'll be good. There's a shipment issue, so it may be 6 weeks, but it's coming, so. And I mentioned that the bid was open for the roof replacement, so we've had a few people there for that. We talked about the Dodgeball Tournament. Maintain, Don't Gain, that's gonna kick off. Kelsey's working on finishing that up, so hopefully we can kick that off Wednesday. That's our Thanksgiving to New Year's challenge that we do every year. So we're also reaching out to some different organizations. Pryor schools, they pay us to do that. We also, CrossFit Pryor Creek and now CrossFit Push the Limits are involved as well. So if those people who are not members come and want to participate, they pay us $15 to participate, and they're going to get an in-body scan, and then they'll also get a t-shirt if they're able to. But it's another way for us to kind of open it up to the community and then make a little money. So if you know of any businesses, or if you have any ideas on other ways we could promote that, let me know, because it's just going to be another revenue stream for us, and another way for us to encourage people to be healthy too over the holidays. And then the only other thing I had is we are about to order winter gear. We've had a lot of requests for sweatshirts and sweatpants. So we're going to do a small, it's not going to be as big as order as the t-shirts, and because they cost so much, but we will order some and see how it sells and give that as an option to people. The hoodies did pretty good last year.
Any idea on the ETA of the new equipment?
So he's still saying mid-January, and that's with the shipping delay. He was hoping end of December, but now he says mid-January. And so when I talked to him last week or week before, he was still pretty confident that that would be, it's out of his hands, but he still said that's what they were telling him.
Cool.
Pryor Fire and Police, the new building, I've talked to Williard, they're interested in some of that equipment that we're getting rid of. So we could transfer that surplus. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know we can. They will come and help us get it out of there, and they'll store it until the new building is ready. So James is gonna come by, and maybe BK, and they're gonna let me know what they want. That way we'll know what we need to auction. So my plan is in the 1st of December to go ahead and start posting that stuff so that mid-January, the auction's closed, and the pickup date to come get that is right about the time when we need it out so the new equipment can come in. And we anticipate probably having to shut the wreck down for a day or two to do all that.
Sure.
But we also talked about if we're gonna shut down, then maybe having an open house at the end of when we reopen. Bring everybody in and maybe let them, if they wanna try classes, you know, get the inflatables going for the kids and just kinda have an open house party. And hopefully bring some different people in the community in. So that's something
Great
we're gonna
idea.
look at planning too.
That's a great idea.
That's all I have. You all have any questions?
I think I asked plenty. That's the operations manager coming at it.
It's okay, ask away. I always forget stuff, so. Class sizes, we're, the seniors classes are booming. The Silver Splash is booming. Silver Sneakers, they all dress up. I don't know if you saw the pictures. They had a glow party for Halloween. So they're all starting to really bond and do some things outside of the rec, which is fun to see. So we're working and have talked to Jess about some ideas on how to build those other classes and get some different people in. So
I saw your Facebook ads and I thought they were good.
the Facebook what?
Your Facebook where you guys are saying, well, the swim team, you know, they are the
Crazy Cats.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy cats, and then the learning the thriller.
Yeah. Yeah, and now the senior swim, they want to learn line dancing in the water. So Darian, gotta love Darian. Darian goes to the Midnight Rodeo on the weekend, so Darian's gonna teach them line dancing. So that's in the books to do in the next
Oh,
couple
my
weeks.
goodness.
So he's gonna, and they're gonna line dance in the pool. So
That's
they're so fun. They're a blast. So they have a good time.
We might need to build that other pool because the Chris Cats are taking it over.
I can't think of anything else.
Well, wonderful report. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Okay, item number 6, unforeseeable business. Seeing none, we'll move to item number 7, adjourn. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion?
Motion by Cantrell,
I second.
seconded by Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, not even Terry. Terry did.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Quick and easy, that's how we like it. Yep.